9 months from Election Day, and Taylor Swift continues to be a force not just culturally, but maybe politically as well. A new poll showing that 18% of voters, almost 20% of the American people, say they will vote for whoever Taylor Swift tells them to vote for. And now the Biden administration actively seeking her endorsement.
They'd be smart, too. With those numbers, it might sound like a joke or something that shouldn't be taken seriously. However, her influence on a generation has proven to be something that shouldn't be overlooked. It was recently reported that Swift has created a brand value of more than $330 million for the Chiefs and the NFL since she started showing up to games to support her boyfriend. She's been to 12 games now, and that's how much money it's generated to support her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. Here for a reaction to the unavoidable cultural impact of Taylor Swift is the former Lieutenant Governor of New York, Betsy McCoy, and Republican strategist Chris Linzo. So, Betsy, according to this poll, 3 in 10 voters under the age of 35 are more likely to endorse a Taylor Swift-backed candidate. What do you make of that?
Well, actually, Taylor Swift has a lot to lose by backing a candidate, because the same poll done by Newsweek on Sunday shows that a similar number of people are less likely to vote for a candidate.
17%.
Interesting.
Yes. Well, it's 18% versus 17% according to this poll. But here's the actual fact. A 49ers can be friends with the Chiefs fan, right? But in this politically divisive environment, somebody who supports Trump is not going to be friends with somebody who endorses Biden. And that's the way it is. So if Taylor Swift wants to avoid the fate of Bud Light, Kohl's, Disney, and many of the other wokeisms out there, she will just keep singing to everybody.
Yeah, I was looking at it this morning and I was like, did Madonna endorse, Mike Dukakis in 1988 or Ronald Reagan? I doubt it. Did Elvis endorse maybe Richard Nixon? I know Elvis liked Nixon. The two met at the White House in 1972. But Taylor Swift is on par with those stars, respectively in their generation. What I thought was interesting, 55% said it makes no difference. That 55% is watching us this morning. Good morning to you. So glad you're with us.
Betsy
Taylor
and I
Swift.
are part of that, too. We're anti-Swifties. That's why we're in this segment.
Okay.
We're done.
I watched Taylor Swift's video, Anti-Hero, last night, which is terrific. I recommend it to anybody. She is a fabulous entertainer.
You ever see Wildest Dreams, that video?
No.
Filmed in the Serengeti Plains with Clint Eastwood's son?
Yeah.
That's delightful. All right, but if she tells me to vote for Joe Biden, I'm not going to do so.
That's right.
By the way, if she endorsed Donald Trump, I bet this poll would go right in the tank.
Absolutely.
But hold on, I want to tell you, let me set it up with the soundbite here. Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about the Swift impact yesterday. Take a listen.
One idea that's been tossed around a bit in jest, sending the president to a stop on Swift's Eras tour. So what would Swift support give the president? Any plans to go on tour?
So let me first say, I got to be really mindful. I'm a federal employee. As you know, there's something called the Hatch Act, so certainly cannot speak to anything that is related to 2024 and upcoming elections. So you're going to be super, super mindful. Obviously, there are a lot of, I know in my shop, in the press office shop, there are a lot of Swifties, if you will, fans of Taylor Swift. And so I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to get into the president's schedule at all from here as it relates to the 2024 elections.
The first time the Hatch Act has been invoked in regards to Taylor Swift.
John Berman, great one. 3 Americans were killed on Sunday, by the way. Why is he asking that question? Your response?
I mean, it's atrocious. Those are the types of questions that Karine Jean-Pierre is getting at a time when we, as you just said, we have Americans killed. And the fact that this poll, again, is at the top of mind for those surrogates or people around Biden, they think that this is what we should be dealing with right now, is really a sad state of affairs. Taylor Swift, she does have influence, but it just, again, shows that Joe Biden is not out there campaigning. He's needing people like Taylor Swift, like Jill Biden, like basically anyone else to do his work, because he's incapable. He's not capable of running for this next election, and he's not capable of being president.